Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So I'm just going to finish up the Timeless Trials today. So I'm going to work through the SS Trials. So let's begin with SS Trial number 1, Time Law. After being attacked, the attacker's int and attack both decrease by 60%, and this lasts 3 turns. And this effect can actually be dispelled. And interestingly enough, this Time Law affects the enemy, which means you benefit from it. Well, in any case, let's begin. Alright. 4 cavalry units and 3 ranged attackers. So Ledin is going to be godly for this fight. So I don't need to make any changes, do I? I mean, the only thing I might do is remove Black Hole for a faction buff. But honestly, it's not even required, so I can leave them as is. Alright, let's just begin. I'm actually going to have Ledin. Let's see. Why don't I have Ledin faction buff again, and then Divine Guard him. So, I guess I just want to rush this fight a little because I think Ledin can just crush them all in one turn. So Divine Guard. And then Sophia moves up with Regenerate. And that will also apply Sage's Hat on my Ledin. And then I can also move up. I just want to stay outside of their range, right? So, yeah, I can move up Leon with no problem. And Bozo. So Ledin is going to single-handedly crush all 4 melee attackers and make this very, very easy. Now, if you're worried that your Ledin is not that powerful, you can just sit a little bit further back, right? Then you don't have to waste the again, and you can Earthquake them, right? Because they're going to charge forward first, right? So if you stand back here, then Earthquake them, and then afterwards Ledin will have Divine Guard up. You can kill them off that way too. As I said, I just did that more because I wanted to hurry up and finish this. Alright, so they're dead. Let's have Ledin melee attack this cavalry and kill it off. And then I'm going to Chivalry and 1,000 Hooves off the assassin. And Liana. Oh, I don't have rewind right now. So why don't I change that? Let's see. I think I'm going to have to position here to rewind. Yep. Here we go. And again. So that Leon can do a second strike. And all that's left is 1 archer. Which I'll Earthquake. Liana might as well just heal up everybody. And also remove that debuff. And with... Really, I'm just going to get him out of the way. Chivalry, 1,000 Hooves, and it's done. So there we go. First fight complete. Let's work on the second one. Enemy is immune to fixed damage. Ooh, multiple infantry. And they're actually really spread out, which benefits me. So this is fine. Again, it's... this setup would be more than fine. The only question is who to bring for the last character. And I can easily replace Bozo with someone who can actually do damage. Right? So why don't I change that to Cherry? The problem, of course, is my Cherry actually isn't that strong, because she only has 648 int, so she can't actually one-shot these targets, unfortunately. But that's one of the problems of my party. But I can just do this instead. Okay. So that Bozo will Earthquake to weaken the Mist Dancer. Alright. Let us begin. So, going to move Ledin down and have him faction buff. And I'm going to have Bozo throw an Earthquake to start. And then Leon with a Chivalry attack. One down. And right here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just figure out where I can position Leon to do a max distance charge. There we go. 2 down. And I'm going to put Leon here to block off this assassin, because I know the Hellhound is going to come up and attack my Ledin, so that way I spread out the damage. So there we go. And now, oh, let's just pray her up. And I'm going to have Leon use 1000 Hooves for a 3rd kill. So, just 3 enemies left at this point. And, well, let's move Bozo forward. Sophia still trying to get into range of everyone else. And I'll just Divine Guard Ledin. So really, I ended up using a party of 4, since Sophia was too far away to affect the fight at all. Okay. Now, why don't I just weaken this guy so that Leon can finish him off? And why don't I Earthquake them? If clocks didn't activate, you can just toss a black hole. Doesn't really matter there. And Ledin will just crush the Hellhound. Oh, that just leaves one enemy. The Holy General. Which is going to fall right here to Ledin. So this fight was just ridiculously easy. It's not often that the enemy is spread out and you're grouped up for fights like this. Okay, S Trial 2 cleared. Or sorry, SS Trial 2 cleared. And now it's SS Trial 3. When hit points is at 100%, damage dealt is increased by 100%, and damage you take is decreased by 50%. So you need an AoE attack to weaken all the enemies. Which means Bozil continues to be MVP. So that really helps my properly built Bozil. And I'm going to just stand back and group up initially. So here we go. Let's move down, faction buff. Turn on danger zone. So this first turn I have to stay outside of their range. That really just sums it up. Alright, so first target to easily kill is right here. So let's just begin by weakening it. As long as it's not at 100 hit points, even if it's just what Sophia did, reducing it by 40, that's enough. So now I can have Leon, Chivalry, and I might as well Thousand Hooves to make sure he falls. And over here, what I want is to weaken them. Now, Earthquake won't actually weaken their attack, so instead I'm just going to toss a black hole over here for now. And have Ledin move up in Divine Guard to protect Bozil. And then Liana can move up. And why don't I pray her up right now? So, Ledin crushes up the first attacker. And all three of these enemies are damaged, right? So it's perfect. And I'm not going to use the Earthquake just yet. The ideal here right now is if Ledin could tank a hit. Or two even. So why don't I do this? Let's have Bozil do a range attack on the Lava Titan to weaken it a bit. Ledin's just going to stand guard. Sophia with the regenerate on Ledin. And Leon, because he can't get into attack range, he's just going to stand back. And same with Liana. Just heal up. So as hoped, Ledin kills off the Lava Titan that has already been damaged by the black hole. Ledin will tank a ranged attack. And now it's time to rewind. But before I do that, let's Earthquake. Because the mage's buff has just worn off. So let's start off with the earthquake. And then the rewind now. Well, maybe not, because Leon should be able to finish off this Necromancer. Like so. Yep. And then I want to again Leon. And now I'll rewind. And yeah, may as well. Chivalry. Regular attack. And Ledin needs the Divine Guard back up. Very, very nice. Uh-oh. I miscounted the tiles of where to place Ledin. That's crappy. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. So what I can do is move Leon into a tile that he can definitely attack this mage, which is 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So here we go. Let's have my Ledin fashion buff. And again, just toss another black hole at them. Again, Leon. And Leon will kill this mage. I think a regular attack can do it. Yep. And finally, let's heal up Ledin. Just an easy finish then with Leon. But to absolutely guarantee it, why don't I just have Leanna pray up? Just bring my Leon to full health for the Thousand Hooves attack. So yeah, the terrain of this map made this one easy. They were just kept far back, so you could take your time slowly eliminating them. So far, all 3 of these SS trials have been quite easy. And here's the 4th one. Again, ranged attacks reduced by 50%. Which isn't the problem, because I'm not really using ranged attacks. And okay, so there's an easy isolated enemy for me to kill right from the start. So I'll just take care of that to start, and then deal with the others after that. So here we go. I'm not going to bother wasting skills to take down this guy, because it just doesn't make sense. So I'm just going to use ranged attacks. The only one that might do something different is Sophia. So So yeah, let's have Sophia regenerate Ledin to start.
あれ気づかないうちにごめんなさいね
And then even Liana is going to do a ranged attack. And then finally Leon with a regular melee strike. So just like that, one enemy is killed. And then the second one that's going to be killed is the Angel, who is going to come charging far ahead of everyone else. So let's start shifting over to draw out his attack. And if I turn on Danger Zone, there's no one who can actually move into that guy's Danger Zone right now. So instead, why don't I shift a little bit further back?
何をしてる何をしてるのかは
ご命令を人思考そして
Again, this map's terrain favors me a lot. It separates the enemies for me naturally. So here we go. Enemy number 2. Let's shift over and start things off with Bozo doing a weakening strike on the Angels. Ooh, that did absolutely nothing. This time I'm going to need to activate skills a bit. So let's Divine Guard up. I am going to Chivalry and Thousand Hooves this Angel. And it still survives. But that's okay. With the hit points that it has, it's not a threat anymore. So won't waste my gain. Okay, so the third enemy to separate itself comes down. Now, see? It's completely separated, this elf archer from the mage. So, another easy kill. And let's have Leon do a melee attack. That was just enough. You might need, if you were, you might need Bozo to finish it off, or have Bozo do an Earthquake first, so that your Leon can finish it. Not a big deal for that move. And now it's just, yeah, still, the enemies will still be separated for me. So, guess I'll move Ledin up like this, and then heal him up. Ooh, this group got mass attacked. Okay. So why don't I withdraw a little bit for now? Since they can't catch up to me. Although I can have Leon strike. Due to his ability to attack and retreat. And I'm finally going to use the rewind. Now, I should mention that, see? If I attack here, I can only move back 3 tiles. So that would put me in the threat range of the Mage General, so there's no way I'm doing that. So let's just have Leon attack frontally on this Infantry General, like so, and kill it off.
何をしてるのか分かっているのか
Again, you had the option to have Bozel do a range attack before Leon attacks. I just haven't needed to use Bozel because I knew that my Leon could handle it. So,
よし
alright,
よし
just really 3 enemies. And their mass attack is done next turn. So I'm just going to stay outside of their
正
range
面突破
and Divine Guard will
準
flood
備
it.
完了ですはあ準備完了です
はいはいはい人思考そして
As a very interesting note, I still have not used Sophia for her
これはあまり
rewind.
使いたくないですよね
了解
So, Chivalry
抵
attack.
抗はするな準備完了です
Retreat.
何をはあ
ご命令
行くぜ
And I'm actually going to use the rewind now.
これはあまり使いたくないですわね
So that I have access to a game.
何をしてるのか
人思考そして
了解
And let's wipe out the Assassin General. And back off.
何をしてるのか分かって
Leaving just the Mage.
正面突破 了解
And with this, it's over. Second
無駄な
Chivalry
抵抗はするな準備完了です
and another attack. And with that, I am on the SS Ultimate Trial, which I will do in a separate video. And the only reason for that is because it's the last trial. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. Nitro out.